有请中国选手张坤鹏。
Please welcome Zhang Kunpeng from China.
有请英国选手加雷斯·波茨。
Please welcome Gareth David Potts from England.
- 乔氏杯中式八球国际大师赛全球总决赛最终的决赛，在这里还是要感谢赛事的唯一指定用车吉利的冠军和梦之队的成员啊，这一次非常猛的张坤鹏，我是刘洋，我是张新勇。
Turn off the Chinese commentary. I suppose with many of you out there that can understand Chinese. But, right. So as we see there, Kunpeng taking the first frame. Yeah, I think it's scheduled for 140 minutes. Whoever's in front, when we reach the 140 minute mark, will actually win the match, irrespective of what score it is. I think it's scheduled for a 10-minute break after the first 30 minutes. And then I think it's all the way through to the end after that. Cherry Wardles just asking how do you play Chinese rules. I'm not fully conversant with them as yet. And I do believe, just 1 second, I might have to refresh if it doesn't. Oh, it's okay. It's just a little bit of a dodgy feed at the moment. Until it settles down, it might just freeze every now and again. You did have to nominate every single shot, combinations and such like, but I do believe that you don't need to anymore. I think the only shot you need to nominate is the black and which pocket's going in. If you just get rid of that as well. So yeah, you can actually go on YouTube, and Gareth Potts has put a few videos on there. I do believe they're slightly out of date now because obviously the having to nominate each shot has changed. So, but the rest of the rules are there, and I think they're all still the same. Once again, it looks like it's frozen. Nothing I can do about it. Oh, it's okay. Nothing I can do about it at all. It's just a feed that we're getting from the Chinese streaming site. Yeah, it's just spots and stripes, whatever you're on. If you're either suit, spots or stripes, it's just basically about clearing them up. Like I said, there is. You did have to nominate each shot, each combination, and if you didn't, you just nominated black into the right centre there, just by punching his cue. So just this black for a 3-0 lead. Yeah, I do believe that the only difference now is that you don't have to nominate every single shot. Whether it's the ones that aren't so obvious, you still do. You just have to let the referee know. You don't see the players normally pointing, you know, each ball. Usually it's done, you know, in a way that the viewer really can't see it anyway. But it's just basically straight pool, really. You can put your balls in any order. Obviously the 8 ball is the final one, whichever suit you're on. But the main difference with this game is it's played on a 9x5 snooker table. The pockets are cut to standard 12x6 snooker table size, so they're slightly larger for a 3/4 table, but the balls are not standard 3/4 size balls. They're slightly larger. They are the same size as American 9 ball size balls, so that's where the difficulty lies. The pockets obviously aren't as generous as 9 ball pockets. It's continuing to do so, so I'll just let you know, the ones that have just joined us, it will keep freezing. Hopefully it might settle down. It's just a feed that we're getting. There's not too many sites that actually, well, I think this is the only one that streams this competition, so it's not like we can look for an alternative feed. Gareth, he will have his work cut out in the final. The Chinese player went straight through to the final on the winner's side. So I think he played about 5 games to get to where he is now, to get to the final. I think Gareth lost after his 3rd match, which then made meant that Gareth had to go on to the loser's side, double elimination, and then win. I think in total, I think he had to win about I think it was another 8 matches, something like that, or maybe 8 matches in total. He had to win quite a few more, obviously, with it being double elimination. And Kunpeng's been in the final for about 2 or 3 days now, so he's had a little bit of a rest, and he's not rusty at all. He's come out fighting here at 3-0 lead. Yeah, somebody said, I didn't notice it actually. I did notice it, yes, it does lift up on the break sometimes, but it's that thin. It means that you can still get a tight rack. I think they call it the magic triangle. The players seem to like it. It's the latest thing over there in China. See, Pepsi's joined us. Good morning, Paul. Far too early this time of the morning. First time I've seen this time of the morning in a long time. So, just this black. She's ready to Gareth's first frame. Might settle him down a little bit. It's a good pot there from Gareth. So 3-1 it is. Long way to go. Like I say, best of 37. Or whoever's in front after the 140 minutes. It did start a little bit earlier this than was scheduled, so I didn't pay much attention to what time it started. But I do believe, I think it's either after 30 or 40 minutes there is a 10-minute break. So maybe it might be after this frame, I don't know. But there is a break, or it is scheduled for a break, for a 10-minute break after the first 30 or 40 minutes. I'm sure that's what it said on the website. It's been that all the way through. Looking very focused is Gaz. He's played some great matches. He's lost the white there though. And this could be end of frame. As you can see on his face, he's looking a bit perplexed. He knows that that's another frame gone, or it will be. Yeah, these tables do look nice. One of a kind, made in China, Joy tables. There does seem to be one or two people. Oh, what's he done there? I think that's he's got the 5 ball into the top right, but I think maybe the 2 ball as well. But that's the only thing he's got left. He's not played that very well. What is it? Was he on stripes? He's on stripes, is he? I didn't see what he potted, but I think 2, 4. Yeah, he's on stripes. No, he's on spots. It's far too early for me, this. Yeah, he obviously didn't fancy the long pots, so just trying to keep Gareth safe. Chase is asking if this is the final. This is indeed the grand final. Not many viewers at the moment, but I'm sure they'll be creeping up as we go along, but just bear with it. If it freezes, there's not a lot I can do about it. Now then, that was a long way off from Gareth. Yeah, it will freeze every now and again, so just bear with it. There's nothing I can do about it other than refresh when it does. Oh, excuse me, I'll just get rid of this. I was saying to Michael Day, nice updates. I have been, I didn't realise it was you, Michael, that updated the website. I will be keeping an eye on that in future. Some good reads on it. Oh, Zach is flying at the moment. Obviously he's got enough signal to maybe hear us because he's logged on, but he can't see the video. So she was asking what score it was. It's now 4-1 to Kunpeng. Paul's asking how much for the winner. I think it's only £35,000 English pounds. I think that's what it works out to. So not as big a payday as I thought it was the other day. But still, it's not to be sniffed at. I really don't know. I didn't see the runners-up prize. I suppose I could Google it, but while it's freezing every now and again, I didn't really want to open too many more windows on my computer. But I didn't see the runner-up prize. I'm sure I read that it was 35,000 English pounds. So whatever that equates to in dollars, I don't suppose it's going to be much more. Yeah, Zhang is playing out. He's playing out of his skin at the moment. So he's taking every opportunity. But he obviously he wasn't playing that bad a few days ago, because, like I said before, he's gone right through to the final on the winner's side. So he'll have had 2 or 3 days of relaxing, just practicing. I would have thought, without the pressures of the matches. Yeah, Michael's just confirmed it is just over £35,000, and it's going up next year. But yeah, it did surprise me when I saw that, because I do know, obviously, quite a few quid out there in China. Big sponsors as well, which is why if you don't turn the writing off, although I don't know how I managed to suss it, because it's all in Chinese, this website, but if you don't turn it off, you've got sponsors writing or whatever it is running across the screen all the time. Sponsors pop-ups just popping up all the time. So Zhang now, just this black. Just run a little bit further than what he would have liked. So he's just got a little bit of an awkward cut into the left hand centre, but I'm sure he'll take this to a 5-1 lead. Paul's asking how you get into it. I'm not too sure. I think it's invitational. I really do, because I remember seeing Darren Appleton putting something on Facebook just before the competition started. I'm sure it was about this competition that he didn't get an invite, but he understood because he's not had the best of seasons. But so I think it is invitational. This is the 10-minute interval break, so it was expected early on in the match. Here we go, we're back, hopefully. There you go, they're the adverts, and they will come across even though the stream is frozen. I should have waited really, because I've noticed every now and again when I take the adverts off, then it does freeze. There you go, it's come back. It's just a little bit temperamental at the moment. See, they're the adverts that some of what goes across the screen. Even, like I say, when it freezes they still come across, so it's just a picture feed. So he's got just this one ball in the black. Oh, freeze again right at the right moment. Not so good. There we go. So the next few weeks or so there was over and above 20-30,000 viewers at any one time. I think that's actually showing people online at the moment is 149,820. So that just goes to show you how popular Q Sports are in China. I'm lucky to get 1,000 of them. So I'll just try and get these adverts off now. Hopefully it doesn't freeze again. It's saying 153. It's saying it 153,000. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe it might be a million. I don't know. I don't know the work it out. But I would have thought it would be in the millions. But Gareth now, you could do with, he's played that well. Nice little rub there as well on the 5 ball. So these aren't too difficult. He should be taking these out. It's all about what angle he's got here. Oh, he should be okay. He can screw this back. He might even be able to screw it back off the 5 ball. Just nudge off it. Oh, he's nowhere near it. So he's okay now. So he's just got a, I think he's got the angle here to just stun up for the 9 ball into the centre. Roll it through, why not? That's about perfect. I'm not too sure what cue Gareth uses, but you can see the ferrule is clear. It's clear, clear plastic. That's the only thing I know about it that I've noticed, but I'm not really too sure what make it is. Doesn't look like a 9 ball cue, so obviously it is specially made, a bit like Mark Gray's snooker cue that he plays 9 ball with. So it's a nice start from Gareth after the break. Five-3 down. But, like I said, there's still a long way to go in this yet. Babushka. We're getting to see 1 or 2 more viewers joining us now. It's getting to a little bit more of a respectable hour here in the UK. 6:10. Still too early. Those of you that have just joined us, you'll have to bear with us every now and again if it does freeze. It is the feed coming from China. The views are creeping up as we go as well on the Chinese feed. It's saying 167,954. I wouldn't mind a few of them viewers myself. Marty Herman's in Boston. 1:15 in the morning. Wouldn't be so bad if it was 1:15 in the morning here. Andrew Appleton's joined us. You're up early, Andy. What's going on? Oh, it's a stock take day. So Gareth here, I mean, by a quick glance, it looked like he'd only got 1 real awkward ball, which is the one on the left-hand side in his left-hand centre pocket. Now then, has he gone a little bit too far? He can certainly plant this, or as they say in the States, combination. Yeah, I was watching his match yesterday, and the guy that Gareth was playing set off like a steam train. I said, oh, he's hung it. Oh dear. The only saving grace there is put the 2 ball safe, so you can't see him finishing from here. He's got a bit of a smile on his face. He knows. A bit of a mistake. He should have took that frame there, but it's not easy for Kunpeng to take these out. Yeah, I was just saying, the guy that he played yesterday was set off flying, but as soon as Gareth got into a rhythm, he did seem to fold. Hopefully that happens again today. Well, that's good effort there from Kunpeng. A little bit later on I will edit the recording I've got and stick it on YouTube. For all those that want to see all the match again. Hopefully, if Gareth wins, he probably might want to. Now then, is he going to go try and get into the 2-ball again here? Oh, I thought he'd overcut it. Oh, he's played a good shot there to get a 3 out. Still got a bit of work to do, but he has got an angle here to pot the one to the top left and try and disturb the 2-ball again. This will be some finish if he takes this out. Well, he's not taking it. And I would have thought he would have took the 5-ball now, what he is doing, because he has got an angle. Oh, it looks like he's screwing it, so he's obviously got other ideas. It certainly doesn't go into the top pocket. He's gone a little bit too far with that, so maybe Gareth might get back to the table very shortly. We are getting 1 or 2 more joining us now. Obviously people in the UK are starting to wake up. Well, that's going to be a great shot if he... Oh, it's unlucky. I really did think he missed a trick there. Obviously he's a decent player and he's got his own thoughts, but I thought he might have just tried to get into it from the 5-ball. Maybe it sneaks in. It looks tight. Maybe some shot if he does. That's a great shot. The pace he's had to hit it at. Anything can happen here, and it has done. He's snookered himself. So I think this is one of the times when if he hadn't hit the object ball there, the 3-ball, and gave a foul, I think that's the time when, one of the times when the white ball is in hand and he can play it from, I think it's anywhere on the table still. Other than that, normally following a foul, it's just lost a turn and you play it from where it is. So you would think Gareth should take these out. The green 14 is just maybe the most awkward one he's got. If you can get right behind it, it should drop into the centre though. He might try and disturb it with him having the 2 over each centre pocket. He might try and disturb it. Matt Price saying it's a big frame. It is, well, they're all big frames, but it is, because if he wanted to close that gap as soon as he can, you know, and when he's got chances like this, you can't afford to let them slip. So he's just got to put 100% into every single shot now just to make sure. But he should take these now. Now he's going to take a long. Looks like he's going to take it long. And these do go, but they just don't go at pace. But luckily all Gareth has to do is drop it in. Now it's looking like he's just going to run the white through and play the 2-in-1 shot here. Try for the pot, and just in case it does rattle, leave the white behind the black. But he should be able to do that, no problem. But he's just got to be careful, because like I say, these pockets are very, very tight. They've got to be bang on. And there you go. It looked in all the way. But he's played it in such a way where he's left him snookered on the 3-ball. He's jumping. This will be some shot. That's a great shot. On these, I mean, we see jump shots all the time on 9-ball tables, and the pockets are very, very generous. But to jump like that on one of these tables, even though it was the centre pocket, they're still tight. If you catch that jaw, they're not going in. And to jump that and pot, that's amazing. This will be a steal if you can find a pocket for this black. It's not going to be easy though. I think it maybe, no, it doesn't sneak into the bottom left, otherwise he'd be playing it, so he's probably playing safe here. He can play a foul. Whoa, what's he played? I was expecting him to play a foul there and just roll it onto the 11-ball, the green. Leave the black over the pocket, just make it awkward for Gareth, because it would just be loss of turn. But that's awkward for Gareth now. So he's had to take the more difficult cut back into the left hand corner. Oh, he's not, he's playing safe, and I think he's caught that. Oh, I thought he caught it too thick. This could be a great shot from Gareth. It's left an edge sticking out. I don't think you can see. Maybe you can. Well, it looks like it's. Yeah, it's left a bit sticking out. I don't think you can see enough of it to pot it. Maybe you can. I don't know. It is a bit frustrating. I'll just leave them adverts on, whatever it is, for a minute or two till it settles down. This is what they have to put up with in China. Yeah, to nail that pot, there wasn't much sticking out. I put a full length of the table. I'm sure Gareth would have been close, but because of the amount of room he had, obviously with the ball in his eyesight as well, it makes the pot even more difficult. But he must have nailed it. And, that was a great clearance from where he was. Gareth must have been thinking he was going to get back to the table in the last frame. And when you know, when you're watching snooker and you hear them talking about, well, this black, so put him into the last frame, and he's nailed it. Just nice pace. Yeah, when you hear them talking in snooker about the talent that's coming through in China at the moment, you can see why. So So Gareth's still in it, it's only 6-4 down. Could have been 5-all, should have been 5-all. But still a long way to go. This is what I used to do when I was about 14 back in the day, quite a few years ago now. Parents used to have a pub in Sheffield with a full-size snooker table, and more often than not I had to get the pool balls out, spots and stripes at the time, and stick them on the snooker table. So maybe it was me that invented this game back in 1970, what would it be, about 76, 77, 77. So by the looks of this, this is another frame to Zhang Kunpeng. You shouldn't be missing here, everything looks relatively simple. So he's going to take the one ball to the top left now, just drift the white down towards the orange 5. Whoa, has he hit it too hard? He's not happy with that. Oh dear. These are rapid tables as well, by the way. Gareth was saying in one of his videos that the steel blocked behind the cushions to get a bigger bounce off the cushions with the balls. He should be able to nip this in, no problem. It's where the white's going to go. Always played it off the orange stripe. Put his left, the 5 ball stuck to the cushion. It does double, so maybe we might see this going into the top centre as we're looking. This will be some shot. That's an absolutely great shot. Where's the white ball? Perfect. Frame winners, match winners, shots like that. You sat in your chair, you're thinking I might get another chance here, but these pockets aren't 9-ball pockets, that's what you've got to remember. So 7-4 it is. Right, so that's a rule I didn't realise, Michael. So you get a point for every ball that's potted, and also a point for every ball passing the bolt line, and you must get 4. So a combination of any, total into 4. So I didn't see that in the break, missed that. That's something else I've learnt. It's not as though we've got, you can find an easy set of rules that you can read up on. I can't see there being that many. They're pretty basic really. But it just shows you what Gazza's up against here, taking back doubles like he did on the 5 ball before. And it seems to be as well with the break, the object is not to hit him too hard. I think 1 or 2 of the English players that first went over started trying to smash the break like it was a 9 ball rack, and it wasn't getting too much success off the breaks. But if you see there, they just seem to stroke the break. It's all about control. I saw Dan Rush putting a post on last night, letting all his friends know that I'd be streaming this morning, but he's not. I've not seen him pop up yet, so maybe he didn't fancy getting up that early himself. Yeah, because I think they've changed the rules about nominations. Before they changed the rule, that shot would have had to be nominated. He would have had to say that he was playing the 6 off the 4 to pot the 6. Otherwise that would have been a foul. But that's changed now, so I'm not too sure if combinations or anything like that you have to nominate still, or if it's obvious you don't. I really don't know. But it certainly was a ruling not so long ago where you'd have to nominate every shot, and how you was going to play it. Which is why I'm a little bit confused, because some of the rules have changed. Leaker out saying he's lazy. I presume he's talking about Dan. Well, I'm glad you said that, not me. He'll have been watching his hedgehogs last night probably. They must still be asleep, hibernating. Another great back double there. You would think they were playing on 9 ball tables the way they're playing them, but straight into the heart of the pocket that was. This is another great clearance here from Kunpeng. So if Gaz is to... Oh, he's missed it. Oh dear, I was going to say if Gaz is to win this match, he's going to have to play out of his skin, because Kunpeng is missing nothing. And I didn't get it out in time, because that was a bad miss. I don't know if he got a kick there or what, but he's having the white clean, so maybe he did. But was a bit of a wow shot, that one. And it's shots like that can affect you for a frame or two. So Gaz has just got to keep his nerve here. think it's his breaknecks as well, so you could do with reeling a couple of frames off here, and that might just affect Kunpeng, because that should have been a 4-frame advantage, and it's going to be 2. If Gaz takes these out, and it'll hurt a little bit. That's perfect. Just drop this in, roll the white through, for the black into the left centre. So pull it back to 7 frames to 5. There you go, Tsunami streaming, reaching the viewers other streamers cannot reach. Just thought I'd chuck that in. Don't care if I'm not allowed to, I've done it. Yeah, Rod Arigada, I just said if Zhang ends up losing this, he's going to remember that shot, and he will do. Because he was nailed on to take that. It wasn't. Well, yeah, he was cutting it back, but it wasn't that difficult a shot for him really. Maybe if he did get a kick, like I say, it'll hurt even more. Because without it, he almost certainly would have potted it. It looked like the white was going to the top left there. He's come dry there, I think. Well, yeah, he's looking a little bit perplexed because he can't believe it. Nice splits, but nothing down. That's the thing with a break on in any cue sport really. You are trusting to a bit of luck. It's a massive part of the game. You can get in early, get control of the frame. Jamie's saying it wasn't a kick. I didn't really see it at first, and they didn't give us a replay, so it would have been nice to get a replay just to see. He doesn't look happy with this. I don't know why, because it's open table. There is a couple of awkward balls. Obviously, I think the 2 ball does sneak into the right centre, but he's got the 7 ball to the left hand centre pocket that's a little bit awkward. And maybe it's probably because he hasn't got, just get rid of this advert here, a really easy opener apart from the 4 ball. I think that's his only easy opener he's got, unless he's going to a combination 7 onto the 15. Sorry, 7 onto the 10. I'm losing my marbles here. But he hasn't. Just took that one. Decided to go stripes. Yeah, so I know there's one or two saying about the number of balls that need to be potted or past the line. Maybe that's another rule that's changed. Maybe they've reduced it down to 3. I don't know. I'll keep an eye on that just to see how many in future do go past the bolt line. So now I think he might have got a slight angle on this. He's not got a lot though. He hasn't got a lot. He had to force this through. And he's not happy with it because, as we've seen before, when you start forcing them, they've got to be really, really into the pocket, otherwise they will come out. Like that. It was never going to be easy. Barty's saying he might play safe here. These boys don't play safe that often. Not in this game. Even shots like that where they know you know straight away that the chances of potting it is probably about, I don't know, maybe 3 in 10 or maybe even less than that at that pace. They still have a go. They've got to do, because if you know, if they try to drop it in, they know that their opponent's going to get a good chance. It only takes one good pot and they're back in the frame. So they've got to have a bash. I've always said it, sometimes you might only get one chance in a frame, and as difficult as it might be, you've got to take it because it might be the only one you get. So Gaz has taken this long 7-hole on. That's great cueing. Great cueing. Perfect pace. Yeah, Paul McEwen, Pepsi's asking how much time. I really don't know, to be honest with you. It started, I presume there's about a 30-minute break, and it started around about, it was scheduled to start at 23 minutes past 5 our time, and it started a few minutes later. It is a 140-minute stop clock, time limit on the game. So I can try and work it out. The players will know there is a clock, I do believe, in the arena. So I'm looking up at it yesterday towards the end of the game. There is, I'll have a look at the on one of the pages. It does on the schedule, it does say what time, Chinese time it is, that it's scheduled to finish. So I'll have a quick look at that in a minute or two. In fact, I might be able to do it now. Here we go. Where are we? Match is scheduled. Now, if somebody has got time to Google this, it is actually scheduled. It says penalty 5 minutes live. I don't know what that means, but it is actually scheduled to finish at 2 minutes to 4 China time. So whatever time that is here, I presume that's roughly what time. Maybe slightly after, because it was a bit of a late start and it did seem to overrun the break that they had before by a couple of minutes as well, but it's going to be roughly around about there. In fact, I should be able to Google it myself. Time in China. It's actually 14:49 over there. He's just asking Gareth there for a toilet break. I think he's got a minute or something like that. Both players rushing out. On one of the scoreboards in the arena. Yeah, so it is scheduled for around about or 1 hour's time, so I wasn't far off. The rod's then almost like a, let me just get his name right here, Arrigada, Rod Arrigada. He's saying that these pockets are tight, look more like a snooker table. They are cut exactly to normal 12x6 snooker table specifications. It's just that these balls are slightly bigger than snooker balls. They are the same size as 9-ball pool balls. Mark's asking how much the winner gets. It's the first prize isn't as big as what I expected it to be. It's just over £35,000. But it's still better than a kick in the teeth. I think there's a China Open is coming up in a few weeks' time. That's under $1,000, I think, first prize. Now then, where's the white going? Where is that white going? Sound like John Virgo. But I have seen this is advertised at £35,000. Well, that's what it equates to in English money anyway, for the winner. So Gareth trailing 7-6, and with a great chance now of levelling the scores at 7-all. The 5 goes to the bottom left, the 3 obviously goes to the bottom right. It's all about the 4 ball, which order he takes it in. I think he's just going to drop this 3 into the bottom right, 5 into the left centre. Just leave himself a slight angle so he can just drift over for the 4 ball back into the bottom right, and that looks about perfect. Just a slight angle. Mark's asking if it's ball in hand after every foul. No, it's not. Most fouls are play from where you lie. The only one that is ball in hand, I do believe, is following a snooker. If you don't get out the snooker, then it's ball in hand. So this to level the scores at 7 frames all. Now then, we've got a game on our hands. We've got an hour, just roughly around about an hour left in this match. It is on a timer. Whoever's leading, when the time runs out, will be the winner. So although it's best of 37, it won't be first to 19 if it's not within the time specified. Must be cold in the arena. Gaz is warming his hands on his cup of tea. I thought we froze again for a minute. Yeah, the breaks are a big part of this game. The standard of these players, you know, it's more often than not there's a dish. If they get one, he's got the 4 ball in the right centre there, so he's back at the table. And first glances, them spots look nice. It's got one awkward stripe, a 10 bolt. He's got a couple really. Not that awkward for these fellas like, but what them spots do. Well, he's got the 3 ball that's a little bit awkward as well. So he might go stripes here. Well, he's deciding to take spots with the 5 being so close to the 3 as well. He obviously fancies that to. Oh, has he gone it too far? Oh dear, Cass. 6 doesn't go to the bottom left as we're looking, so he's probably looking at the 2 ball here. He's not happy with himself. Rapid these tables. Yeah, Jamie's asking if he has to beat him twice. You would have thought so. Just 1 second, I'll get rid of that. You would have thought so with him being Gaz coming through on the losers section, but no, he doesn't. It's just a one match for the winner. Now then, all he's got to do is just concentrate on the pot here on the 3 ball. He's got a slight angle. The white will just drift out slightly for the 5 ball into the left centre. I think his problem's going to lie. He needs good angle on the 5 ball, because the problem's going to lie getting up to the 6. So he needs to be. I wouldn't have thought he'd want that much angle on the 5. I thought he'd like to be pretty straight so he could run the white through. Can't hit these at pace. Well, that was perfect. Now then, to me, I would have said he could have done with a little bit more. He might be able to just run this through for the 6 into the top right. He was easy. So just stun this in, slight angle on the 1 ball, top right hand corner. I think that's the 1, or is it the 9? I think it's the 1. Yeah, it is the 1. He played it before, didn't he? So just this 1 ball left. Nice little angle to just drift down for the black, same pocket, to take the lead for the first time in the final. And Peps is asking, is there 2 games? Not that I know of. I don't think there is. This is the. Oh, he nearly lost the white there. I think this is just a 1 match shootout. I might be wrong, but I don't think he. I think it is all on this. It's not scheduled for 2 games. I'll just go back to the result page. It doesn't say anything on there about it is in English. It doesn't say anything about having to win 2 matches for the one coming through on the losers section. So 221,480 people are watching this on this live streaming page in China, or wherever they are. Not bad viewing figures that for a game of pool. Michael Oten is asking somebody to explain the timer. There's 140 minutes scheduled for this match, and basically, excluding breaks, after 140 minutes, whoever is in front, no matter what score it is the winner. And there's roughly just short of an hour left, I think. So this is the first time Gareth's been in front in the match. I think he was 4 frames behind at one time. So it'd be nice time to reel a couple more frames off, especially, like I say, with there only been about 50 minutes left in the game, when there is a stop clock as well in operation this second half of the match. So you'll see the timer coming up shortly at the side of the players' names. And I think the last 5 minutes of the match it's even shorter. Michael's saying that dolly black that Zhang Kunpeng missed earlier, for those of you that missed it, he had a pretty easy black into the centre pocket, caught the top knuckle, and Gareth stepped in and cleared the table. And shots like that can affect you for 2 or 3 frames. That would have been, I think, to go 8-5 up, I'm not sure, can't remember now. That does sneak in, but only just. It's going to have to be dead weight, this. Oh, he went in easy. Now his problem ball is going to be the 9, just behind the black, and he's got to get on it after this shot here, and he's a bit low on this blue, so not ideal. And the 9 doesn't go anywhere by the looks of it. I don't think it goes to the bottom right, so ideally would have liked a bit of an angle on this 10 ball to maybe disturb the 9 and the 8. So he's taking this one first. It only just goes. Didn't look like it went before. Oh, he's overcut it. So now then, where's the 3 gone? He's got a bit lucky there, pushing the 3 onto the side cushion. So we might see Gareth trying a safety shot. He's got nothing easy. Michael, is it scary? He's asking if this is the only tournament with a set time. I don't know. I don't know if any of the other Chinese tournaments are the same, similar format. That's a good shot there on the 2 ball. Now then, what can he do here? Yeah, I don't know if there's any other ones, but to me it lends itself to a more open attacking game, because you know that you need to be in front and you can't be hanging about. I suppose if a player does manage to get, especially at this stage of the game, when there's only an hour or so left, if he does manage to get 3 or 4 frames in front, he can start maybe trying to slow the game down a little bit. But when games are won in quick succession, like they can be, I suppose sometimes you can't afford to do that. You've just got to play a natural game and try and win as many frames as you can. But it is a good time to start hitting the front, that's for sure. Young Kian, morning. Hans joined us. Morning, Kian. What you doing out of bed at this time in the morning? Well, maybe it's time for school. It's nice to see 1 or 2 more joining us now. People getting up for work, certainly in the UK. This match is scheduled to finish irrespective of the score. Now then, that just shows you what I was talking about earlier, about the tightness of these pockets. Any pace, you've got to be bang on, because they just won't take balls at like I say, any sort of pace. And this is a steal for Kunpeng. Yeah, in hindsight, safety would have been better there, but like I said earlier, you know, sometimes you might only get 1 chance in a frame and you've got to try and take it, which is probably what Gareth was thinking there, because these players do know the tightness of these bags, obviously, and anything that you have to take at pace is more often than not liable to stay out. But it's a chance they get, and it's a chance they feel as though they've got to take it. We saw Kunpeng do the same earlier on, when you would have thought, well, maybe a safety shot might be the way to go, but he had a straight 6 ball down the top rail. Just had a slight angle on it, but he needed to force it in with pace to get angle, to get good position, should have saved for his next ball, and ended up missing the pot. Now then, Gareth, one good break here. Well, he's got one in the left centre, so he's back at the table, but they look a little bit bunched up in the middle there with a white as well. So we'll soon see if he's got anything left after this. He's got 3 into the right centre. I can't see him taking strikes, but what's he playing? Is he playing? Does a 4 go? He must go straight. He did. So this looks a relatively easy run out for Gareth. thought he might have tried to come a little bit more. He's got a nip into the right centre. Oh no, he hasn't. He's got the 7 ball. I didn't see that. To the left. Oh dear, Gareth. Oh dear. They're the ones that you don't want to be missing. He was obviously trying to keep the white for the 3 into the right centre. So to stun it, he had to hit it with a little bit of pace. But and it's like I was saying before, anything with pace in these bags, there's a tendency for them not to go, which what makes this game even more difficult because of the size of the balls, the way the pockets are. Just get rid of the advert. You can see there the shot clock in operation. It didn't come up so quick before, so maybe there's a timeout that they can call as well on each shot. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you don't get you get one timeout. I don't know. Where there's no stop clock on that particular shot, because he was waiting quite a while on a shot earlier in this frame, and we didn't see the stop clock. So. To travel a little bit more. I think he's straight enough. He's a bit awkward over the yellow though. He's not happy, but he's going to have to hurry up because he's only got, well, he's got plenty of time left, but he's under pressure. That's a great shot. So he's just looking where he needs the white now. Oh then, he's left it long. Could have done with being a little bit closer. So it does look like it's a 45-second shot clock. And like I say, I didn't notice whether it was the first shot after the break or what, but there was an incident earlier on where the shot clock didn't come up. That's a great shot. So Zhang Kunpeng, just this black, to restore his lead. So Gaz Potts only had the lead for 1 frame. Still plenty of time left yet. There's about 45 minutes left to go. The only thing is, you don't want to be letting your opponent steal frames that you should be winning. That's for sure. That's the magic triangle that they're using. Apparently it's well, it's the latest thing at the moment. They've been using it for a year or two now, but it's not found its way over here yet. But apparently you get a tighter rack more consistently. Cheers, Kane. Yeah, it's a bit awkward doing commentary like yesterday and what have you when I've got my little boy and my missus in the room. Coronation Street and whatever on the TV full blast. Mark Oaten's asking if it's... No, it's 45 minutes till the end of the match now. We've not missed too much. It might freeze again. It normally does as soon as I've restarted it. We've obviously not missed too much. Looks like Zhang Kunpeng has left himself a little bit tight on the brown. 15. I'll get rid of these advertisements in a second. Just let it settle down before I turn them off. Yeah, Zhang Kunpeng has extended his lead to 10-8. So Gareth is going to have to get his finger out here because he's running out of time. He's got about 30 minutes left. He really does need to reel 3 or 4 frames off now in quick succession. What's the other link, Rusty? If you've got it, just send me a message with the link and I'll have a quick look at it. We don't want to be freezing at this stage of the match now. I don't know. But just in time to see Gaz sink the black. A bit frustrating. So 10-9. Yeah, I do believe that there's an app for this for Joy TV, but I wouldn't put it past the Chinese trying to block it. They're quite capable of doing stuff like that. So we just have to hope and pray it stays stable again. We might get a few adverts going across the screen in a minute. Again, I'll leave it for a minute or two. Here we go. I'll leave it for a minute or two until it's settled itself down. Again, it's frozen. It can still see in the top corner it's buffering away. So fingers crossed. We're back. Now then, this is where you'll probably start seeing a few tactical frames. There's not much time left in this match now. But it just seems to freeze again in no time. Still Gareth at the table. And if there is only 10 minutes or so left, you would think Gareth would be playing a little bit quicker than this. He's only got to, if it is a black ball shootout, if the score's low, he's only got to make sure the frames he'll. Obviously, he doesn't know what's going to happen in the frame after this, but he's just got to make sure that he gets a chance and wins it. So he's got to just make sure of taking this frame. He can't rush anything really. And here we go again, frozen again. Yeah, I'll stick with it. I won't give up on it just yet. Right, I'll just get rid of these. Now then. Come on. Don't speak too soon, look. It has gone again. Frustrating as it is. Well, the picture changed. Oh, we're back. We didn't have to refresh. So it's going to be some shot from Gareth this, if we get to see it. Yeah, Michael McLaughlin's asking what happens if it's level when the time runs out. I do believe it's a black ball shootout, irrespective of what's happening in that particular frame. So I think Gareth just needs to. We may well get another framing after this one, but he certainly needs to make sure he takes this frame. At least if this frame's level, he's got half a chance. That's a nice shot there from Gareth, just to open the pocket up. Now then, he's got a great chance now. He's just got to make sure this 5 ball down the rail. If he takes this first, I don't think he will. Maybe he might just try and get a little bit better position on it. He could do with being banged straight on that, really. Paul's saying there's 3... or is he asking if there's 3 minutes left? I think it may well be. It was scheduled. That's a great shot there from Gareth. Just having a look. 15:58. So maybe there's about 8 minutes left. If we get to see it. Gareth just taking his time on this black. Just needs to make sure, use up all the time he can, because at 11-all at least he's in with a shout if the time does run out. Clapping hard for Gareth there. Maybe he's more popular than the Chinese guy. Looks like it's Gareth's break. Just left the writing until it settles down. I don't know if it's going to make any difference anyway, but the referee's having a word with both of them. Is he telling them both to go for a break now? Because if the time does run out, they crack straight on with the black ball shooter. I don't know. But looks like he's sent them both out. Whoa. They're lagging. By the looks of it, the balls have been taken away. Maybe it is straight into a black ball shootout now. Now then, this is when we don't want any freezers. By the looks of it, it's game over, time's over, and it's a black ball shootout. So this is for, there you go, pushing the table again with balls on the table. That's all you need in it when you've got a black ball shootout. You get fibres on the ball. Good morning, Daniel. You woke up at the right time. 11 all. You've only missed about 2,300 freezers. It's played up a little bit this morning, but not a lot we can do about that. Yeah, I'm leaving the adverts on. I was leaving it on because I don't know if it's anything to do with it freezing. I'll take it off now, but if it does freeze, can't blame me. Just left it on until the stream was stable. Yeah, Dan said it's something to do with the chat function. There's a big chat on here. Obviously because the site's in Chinese, I don't know how to turn it off. I don't know if that is anything to do with it or not. But is that Gareth that's won the break there? Looks like it is. We'll let the other guy go first. Or is he? Guy Fitness is asking, Filtness is asking what's going on now. There's a time limit on the match, 140 minutes. Whoever's in front when the 140 minute lapses is the winner. If it's level, which it was, 11 frames all. It was first to 19, but depending on who's in front when the time allowed lapses. But because it was 11 frames all, it's a black ball shootout. These aren't easy, but I've seen these being done before with these Chinese players, and they absolutely nail them. And that was a mighty fine shot, and that's why they're not easy. You'll probably see more misses in these black ball shootouts than you do pots, but these Chinese players do practice this a lot, and you'll probably find that. This chap here is the favourite for the shootout, but having said that, he did get closer than Gareth, but the same result, he missed. I don't even know. He's overcut that, has he? Yeah, I don't even know how many shots it is as well. There's nothing on screen. It's not showing us anything. Gaz is looking. You know, I suppose when you can pop balls like these and you're missing these, I suppose you can start to feel a little bit embarrassed that you're not getting them. But nothing to be embarrassed about from where these balls are. These aren't easy. You're quite welcome, Paul. It's been a bit of a struggle this morning, but persevered. And that's advantage. No, it's not. Obviously, it's not because they've both had 2 shots each, and it's 1-0. Now then, Gareth needs. I forgot his name now. Chinese guy. Needs him to miss this to level the scores up again. This is pressure because these aren't easy. Overcut it, so we're level. That's 3 each. Be a nice time to put another one, gas. When I say it's 3 each, it's 3 shots each. Scores are 1-1. Shootout on these tables does sort the men out from the boys, like I said, they're not easy. That was undercut by a long way. So this is his 4th shot. We don't even know when it goes sudden death. We just want him to miss it, obviously, being English. And he's done a Gaz. What Gaz did in the first shot, so it's still level. 1 pot each after 4 shots each. So if Gaz can nail one, if it is best of 5, it is now sudden death. Gaz needs to nail one, put the pressure on. It's close. He's nailed it. He nearly went enough. Now then, is it best of 5? He's looking mean. It could. Well, look at this. He knows that could be the one that lifts in the Chinese Masters 8-ball title. Big sigh of relief. It's all on this pot by the looks of it. Now then, how's your hors d'oeuvres? Can you twitch? Does he sink it? He's missed it. That's the one. That's the one. Gaz is the champion. Well, there you go. Thank you very much, people, for tuning in. You can see what it means to Gaz there. Hopefully we might get an interview. If we do, I'll put the volume up. Fair play to Gaz. Played well all week. Come through the losers section. Looks like he's ready to shed a few tears. Maybe he's on a bonus from his sponsors as well. I would think we'll possibly get an interview. Somebody has done interviews before, earlier on in the week, with it being the final. So I will I'll put the sound on just in case. See what Gaz has got to say if they do interview him. But a bit frustrating this morning. 325,000, nearly 326,000 watching on the stream. You can see filling up there is Gaz. It means a lot. Big title. It's not about the money. He's had bigger paydays than that. long week. Oh, it's about 5 days, I think, this tournament. I'll turn it down, I'll turn that music off until they do an interview, if they do one. But hopefully they do. Yeah, but it's been a long week, it's a lot of pressure. That game's not easy. Well, we managed to get a steady stream in the end, and right at the right time. Cheers, Scott. I didn't want to miss this as well anyway, but you don't get to see many replays. It's not like you can just search it. It's all in Chinese, so the only way to watch it is to watch it live, really. There they go. All want a piece of Gaz's chalk. Chuck a few more in, Gaz. He's going to chuck his extension, I don't think so. He did well, because I think he was only in front in that match once at 8-7. And he was level, obviously. 7-all, 0-0 and 11-all. Like I say, there may well be an interview coming up. Don't quote me on it, but there has been early on in the week. I was watching one of Gaz's matches, and after he finished, he was in the crowd just behind the table and asking, "You're not doing an interview?" He was expecting one to happen. I don't know what they're coming to the table for. Must be another match on here after. I don't know. Didn't know there was a doubles match or anything been taking place this week as well. Looks like it might be. Well, it might be for a bit of a bonus here. Gaz has got his cue out again. Well, we'll stick with it. It's not over. What's all this about? Does anybody know? I'm going to have to stop the commentary shortly. The little boy's up, ready, getting ready for school, so I'm going to have to take him. So I'll leave this on. It looks like there's another game taking place, and obviously Gaz is involved in it. So, if we got Martin Peach in the chat as well, if he's still there. If Michael Day knows what's going on, maybe he might know. But maybe it's just a bit of an exhibition for the crowd, I don't know. He's come on in trainers by the looks of it. Yeah, maybe it's a game of killer at the end, just to round the day off. Steve Woolton's asking the final score. It was 11-all when the time ran out, and Gaz won on a black ball shootout. 5 shots each, he won it 2-1. So, looks like we're having a game of killer or something. I don't know. Last man standing? I don't know. Maybe it's last man standing. We'll watch this. If it does freeze and oh wait a minute, it's paper scissors. Rock paper scissors. Only the Chinese. That's not like rock paper scissors. I don't know what it is. I mean, they've not even done a presentation for the winner or anything. Crazy. So maybe it is a last man standing, just to round the day off. But you'd think they'd give the winner his prize, his trophy, while he's still on a high. Crazy. Rock, paper, scissors to decide who likes. Love it. And you can just about guarantee now that the stream will stay stable for this what looks like a bit of a fun game after. I will leave this running for a while longer. That does look like it's Shane Van Bonen, it is. So maybe it's the final few in the competition that come out and do a bit of an exhibition or something, whatever they're doing, I don't know, after the match. Is a strange way of doing it, I suppose, but just give the crowd something to watch, I suppose, I don't know. But I'll turn the sound on just in case I do nip out. I do have to go out in about 30 minutes, just in case they do an interview with Gaz. I'll leave the sound on. Look at this, even the crowd are coming. Can I have a selfie? You love it, these channels. You can't do that in England, can you? You love it. So I'll just leave the sound on, like I say, and hopefully you'll be able to hear it. If they do an interview after. And I hope you've enjoyed this morning's stream, even though it's been a bit frustrating with it freezing a lot, and you can see now we've not had an issue since this has started, so maybe they did do it deliberately. Who knows? But I'll leave you with this, and I'll see you all next Saturday when I'll be streaming from the Old Oak at Longridge. A few money matches going on there next week. If you look on my page, so you know I'm streaming, you'll see what I've got coming up in the next 3 or 4 weeks or so. An IPA World Series qualifier 2, in fact, in Middlesbrough in February. I think that's the 11th and 10th of February. Cyprus qualifier and the Maltese qualifier. So just like my page, and you'll be the first to know when we go live. But I do think this lad here, I have seen a picture of him before, so maybe he's a celebrity out there or something. He has got trainers on. Well, well, it looks like it anyway. Won't be allowed that in County Pool. Wrong foot attire. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. Hope you enjoy whatever's going on here, and I'll see you all soon. So, I thought I recognised him. He's obviously a celebrity. He's somebody said he's out on James Bond, so that must be odd job. You'd think he'd have his bowler hat on.
8号9中弹。
第一局国际对胜，比分1-0。
Next matchup, Mr. Zhao Liang versus Mr. Esed from Morocco.
以青台第1名的成绩获得青台王。
哎，再出一把一样吗？
Yeah, I don't even think it's on a state in the competition. Obviously there's a celebrity there. Shane Van Boning's there, the runner-up, and obviously Gaz, the winner, they're there, so maybe it's just a mixture of a few people, just to give the crowd a little bit of entertainment, drag it out a little bit. I think it's about, let's have a look what time it would be roughly over there. It's going to be 20 past 4. in the afternoon. So maybe just a bit of an exhibition for the crowd. It is surprising though that they've done this before they've done the presentation. So once again I'll leave you with these images, hopefully, if they do an interview with Gareth after this. I might get to hear it. I'll leave the sound on for you. I'll just be turning my microphone off. Got one or two things to do now this morning. Take my boy to school. So if you join us this Saturday, we're coming live from the Old Oak at Longridge for Money Match Day there. Dean Donohue's first venture into doing money matches since he's taken over the pub. So we'll see you all soon. Hope you've enjoyed it.
8個手指帶。
1比1平，那我们后面的选手要加油了。我们这个是表演赛，大家一定要拿出你们最酷炫的杆法来秀给大家看啊。
So now the score is 1-even, and this is an exhibition match. So please show your best skills to everyone here.
来，我们第3场比赛啊，大家把你们的掌声送给你们喜欢的选手，就是由张坤鹏对阵范博宁。
Coming up next is Zhang Kunpeng versus the South Dakota kid, Shane Van Boning.
球中弹。
Congratulations, Team China.
比分2比1。
Now the score is 2-1.
我们哪个队获胜的话，我们将会送给获胜的队伍一份小小的礼品。同时，如果最后一场比赛如果比分打平的话，我们再加赛1场。那么第4场比赛由申重阳对阵加雷斯波茨。
The fourth match is Shen Chongyang versus the Golden Boy Gareth Potts.
1、2、3。
到球地带。
比分是2-2，那我们要加赛一场双打。
So the game is right now tied 2-2. We'll have an extra match of Scotch doubles.
波茨、范波宁对阵张坤鹏、王小丽。
So Mr. Gareth Potts and
Just for
Mr.
those of you
Shane
that
and
have tuned
Boning
in
will play
late,
the doubles
this
match
is
versus
just a bit of an
Mr. Zhang
exhibition
Kunpeng
of
and
the,
Mr. Wang
the main
Xiaoli.
match. The main match was tied at 11 frames all.
王老师来了，一定要让他多打一
The
点。
time ran out,
Shane, it's you and Mr.
and
Gareth.
Gaz won it on the black ball shootout.
Okay.
So Gaz is the Chinese 8-ball masters, and this is the way they're deciding new breaks. Rock, paper, scissors. Some of the Chinese players obviously, and I think the guy that's playing, or that did the rock, paper, scissors for China there is one of the celebrities. Looks like he's the guy. Some did say it was the guy out of James Bond films. Does look a bit like him. But yeah, this is just an exhibition after the main match itself, and they haven't done the presentation yet, so maybe that might come up after this exhibition, and you might get an interview with Gaz. So if you want to stick with it, I can't see it being too much longer now.
8号球地带。
感谢王小丽老师来到我们的赛场，为大家带来了无数的欢乐。那么下面有请我们表演赛的所有的嘉宾来到我们的台前，我们的球桌前进行合影环节。同时也有请我们的裁判长王美涛先生。
Now let's gather in the middle of the stage to take a photo together.
所有的
All the players.
所有参加表演赛的我们的选手以及嘉宾啊。 场外的朋友可以把您的手机准备出来了。咱们所有人看镜头啊！注意我们沈老师镜头。 同时也希望大家把掌声送给我们所有参加表演赛的选手，送给我们的王小丽老师，谢谢你们。现在有请我们参加开幕式的所有的嘉宾来到我们 T 台左侧的嘉宾席入座，我们的颁奖仪式马上就要开始。同时也有请我们场内的所有的观众朋友转移您的尊驾到我们楼上的看台处来观看我们本次的颁奖仪式。
好，所有颁奖仪式的工作人员全部就位。5、4、3、2、1，就位，给我挥手。这一侧李迪，
来有请我们所有的参加颁奖仪式的嘉宾以及选手朋友。
证书组
来到我们 T 台左侧的。
OK， 大家就位啊！我就不再用话筒了，准备。